Hello, I'm Ray, G4NSJ, back with my very own Radiosonde this time. My friend Roy, hello Roy if you're watching, he found one of his own, he located one, and he said the next one I find you could have, so here it is. That isn't standard, by the way, I'll show you that in a minute. What they normally have is a piece of wire down there for the 400 meg aerial, and that's the GPS aerial up there. That hangs from the balloon there, okay. On-off switch, I'll show you in a minute, inside and stuff. So that's it. That's my very own now Radiosonde. And what I'm going to do is talk about locating them. Now what Roy did, he's got a handheld similar to this. As he got closer to it, looked at the little S meter on there, he took the aerial off. Okay. And obviously the closer you get to this, the stronger the signal. That's the way he locates them, and I'll show you that in a minute. First of all, let's have a closer look at this. Right, this is it. As found, I've put a little coax lead on there. There's normally just a bit of wire sticking out there, which is the aerial. What I've done is put this, I'll show you, I've put that on there, okay, for various reasons. I can stick it into a big aerial and things like that. What I'm going to do though for now is stick it into a dummy load, because you're not allowed to transmit, okay, on this frequency. If I turn it on, it's flashing red, which is an error. That is into a dummy load. There you are. I'm not transmitting all over the place and mucking up other people's locating and data and stuff. So there's an error. I think the error is, this is the GPS antenna, which is broken. Can you see that? Look, that's broken there. Probably when it landed it got broken, which is a shame. This does actually transmit. I've been receiving it, and it is actually transmitting data, although the GPS doesn't work. So let's turn that off and have a look inside. I'll take the lid off. That's what's inside, a couple of batteries. There's the on-off switch there. This is the coax lead I've put on there. I'll just disconnect this just to make it a bit easier to show you things. Right, that's that. This lifts out of here carefully, like that. And all that is well, I say all it is, it's a load of electronics. There's my coax lead I've soldered on. So that's it. Basically, let's pop that back in there, because I don't want my lead wiggled about too much. Yes, it's just unfortunate about that. That there, that's where it hangs from the balloon. Alright. So that's it. It's rather nice, isn't it? A lot of equipment in there. I don't know what these cost, but as they say, property of the Met Office and is no longer required. So it says there, no longer required, so fair enough. That will do nicely. It's mine now, and thanks to Roy for that. Okay, what I've done is, I bought one of these, HB9CV for 70 centimetre amateur band, okay, and I put a short lead on it into the handheld radio here. These usually, as you know, they usually come with that, so I've just put a SMA connector on there and plugged it into the radio. So I can now, watching the little signal strength meter on this, go around and find the kind of direct exact location of the Radiosonde when it's landing. I mean, if you see it coming down, then you're going to have a pretty good idea of where it is anyway. But if you know it's come down in this area but you don't know where exactly, you can whiz round with this. Well, that's the plan. Will it work? I've just tried this on one of our local 70 centimetre repeaters, and it seems to work all right. I've got to do some more tests. I think I've got it all wired up correctly. So although this is designed, this is for 430 to 440 megs, and the Radiosondes are 400 to 406, is it? So it's way out, but this will be good enough to pick up the signal and direction find it. Right, change of clothes, because it's the next day, and change of coax. I had a lot of trouble I thought I might as well get the SWR right and match this properly in the middle of the 77's amateur band. Although I'm going to use it for this, I just thought in case I want to transmit on this, I can on 70 centimetres. This came with a coax stub. I don't know, they used to come with a little beehive trimmer. You get this little stub and you're meant to cut it off to get the SWR right. I had all sorts of trouble with it. Got another one here. A friend of mine gave me this morning, and it's got the beehive trimmer in it. And it's perfect. Yeah, I'll stereo it now. So what I've done, I've cut the stub off. I can't cope with that, and I've put a beehive trimmer in there, and it's brilliant. It's 1.1. It's 1.2 to 1. That's it. 1.2 to 1 on 433 megs for the amateur radio people out there, so you know what's going on. And I've put the thicker coax on because that wasn't helping. That thin stuff I've got from somewhere, from some country or other, doesn't seem to be any good. Won't go into that. So I'm now set up. Look at that. I'm ready to go. Okay, good stuff. So, and yeah, as I say, I can, when I'm out and about looking for radiosondes, I can also change channel and go on 70 centimetres and chat to people or whatever, if anyone wants to chat, that is. So that's good. I'm now pleased with that. I don't know why they put a coax stub on it. Surely the price of a little trimmer isn't much, is it? I don't know. Of course, as you get closer to the radiosonde, just unplug the aerial, or I suppose I could put a little attenuator box on there, couldn't I, and switch it, switch in various attenuator stages or something. I don't know. What I have to do is hide this, well, not hide it, but stick it out in the garden somewhere and go around, see how effective it all is. Perhaps I should do that. I've just changed handhelds because that's set for 70 cents. This one I've set on various radiosonde channels. I've just turned it on. This is FM, bear in mind. That's it. I mean, obviously I can't, null it in here because it's right in front of me. But that's what you'll hear. Or what I'll hear when I'm out and about. Let's turn that off. That's still into the dummy load. So yeah, it's good stuff. You have to get, if you want to do this, get one of these HB9CV for 70 cents, a Baofeng UV-5R, and off you go. Okay, I think that's about it. I won't waffle anymore because people moan. If I go on too long, they moan. Oh, it could have been shorter, your video. Why did you make it so long? So some people moan about anything. Oh, by the way, these can be reprogrammed for the 70 centimetre amateur band. How about that? Don't ask me how, but my friend Roy, he knows how. So, and also on the 70 centimetre amateur band, there's a section for beacons and the like. So I shall look into that at some stage. What I need is another one or two of these, or half a dozen, so I can play about and do various things. Anyway, hope I haven't bored you too much. It's quite funny, some of the comments I get. What was it the other day? Someone put something about, I was showing a aerial tuning unit, and he said, well, unless you show us it working, it's only hearsay. Hearsay? I don't know. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye for now.